Hey, this is your girl. Sorry about that. This is your girl, msyelladiva. I am bringing you another episode of the Braxtons Season 1, Episode 4, Family Legacy. All right, before we get things started, I want to thank you for letting me be myself again. That's what I'm talking about. I want to thank you for all my subscribers and thank you for watching me. And if you're new here, join the family. We got a bunch of cousins here. Okay, join us, the family. Okay, if you like what you see, you enjoy it, yeah, consider subscribing. But if you're not, I appreciate for you to give me a thumbs up or give me some comments. Tell me what you think, what you think, what you think. Anyway, so like I said, give me a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. All right, we gonna get here. All right, so the episode begins where they are going to the DMV. Tawanda and her significant other, and Trina and her spouse are going to the DMV to check up on Kevin Jr. Okay, I was gonna say Scratchy, but no, I don't think nobody really for real call him Scratchy because don't nobody know who that is. Anyway, so Trina and Vaughn are staying at the Airbnb, and uh, Tawanda and Sean, that's her significant other, are staying at a hotel because they don't want to share. Because people, I guess, be walking around in their birthday suits and stuff like that. Whatever. Do what you want to do. Okay, so Tawanda asked Vaughn where your train at, where your ring at. Trina said he lost it. And he said, no, I didn't lose it. He said, I just don't know where it is. Basically, that sums it up. He said he put it in his jacket pocket, and now he can't find it. So we don't know where it's at. So then Tawanda was like, she said something about Scratchy, and so Vaughn was like, who is that? And she said, Scratchy, Kevin Jr., I've been calling him Scratchy since he was a baby. Now, Tawanda, if your kids don't know who Scratchy is, Vaughn don't know. And Trina, him and Trina, been married for quite some time now. Vaughn don't know who Scratchy is. Then obviously you really don't call him Scratchy. I think you call him Scratchy for this show. You may have called him Scratchy once, twice before, but if you don't call him Scratchy every time you talk about him, because nobody knows who it is. Anyway, so Vaughn said, I've never heard of that. Vaughn is straight to the point. I've never heard of that. Okay. So yeah, he never heard of it. Your kids never heard of it, and your kids been around for 18 years. 18 and 17 or something like that. She ain't, yeah, because you don't call them that. Okay, you made that up for this show. Anyway, so they big asses going to go-kart, but don't take the person they coming to see go-karting too. That makes absolutely no sense. Absolutely no sense. I'm quite sure Kevin Jr. would have enjoyed going go-karting too. But they big asses go karting. I I don't understand that. I don't understand that at all. Kevin Jr. would have liked to go on the go kart. Anyway, I was like, when I was just like, oh, they going go karting, and then these grown folk going go karting. Oh, grown folk, not young, not 20s, no, 40s and 50s, going go karting. What? Anyway, so Trina calls Tony in the car. She off in L.A. doing her, or she may have been, I think she was in L.A. because she had all kinds of stores and stuff. Yeah, she was, preparing for her Vegas residency. And so Tony asked, she was like, have anybody talked to his dad? And Trina was like, no. Trina, big baby. And so Tony was like, well, are you willing to? And she said, no. Trina asked, Tony, are you willing to talk to him? And so Tony was like, yeah. She said, because apparently there were some issues after the Traci had passed, that Traci didn't want a funeral. She didn't want a funeral. She just wanted her body to be cremated, and she didn't want a memorial or anything like that. But apparently her husband had a memorial service, or no, had a viewing of her body, and he put it on line, the internet, for everybody to see, and things of that nature. And that's why the family is upset with him, because apparently their sister was adamant that she didn't want that, but apparently he did it anyway. Well, Trina asked Sean, do I hear wedding bells? Yeah. Anytime. And so she was like, you asked Daddy for her hand in marriage like 3 years ago, but nobody, no, but you have not married her. And so he was like, I don't even know what excuse he gave. Tawanda said she is never going to make any man marry her and give them an ultimatum. So it is what it is. I could care less if they get married or not. Tamar has a podcast she was on a podcast, and it was 100th episode of it and everything like that. And so she said because they're filming the Braxtons, so they were asking about the cameras, and what made her decide to go back to the Braxton family values and stuff like that. And she was like, well, I made a promise to my sister, and then then my mom asked me to do it and stuff like that. And they were like, so you was the last one on board? And she was like, yeah. She said, but I promised Traci and my mom. And she said, but I have to protect my mental, so there's a therapist on set. So is that the reason why? Because you were the last one on board? Is that the reason why your name ain't with the rest of the people's name as far as executive producers? Because it said Trina, Trace. No, it said Trina, Tawanda, Tony, and Evelyn on executive producers. Then all of a sudden it come to executive producer, just Tamar Braxton. Is that why? Is that they forced their hand? And also the Tamar Braxton Productions, was that a forced hand too? Hmm. Okay. It is what it is. Get your money how you get it, honey. Anyway, so they have the dinner for Kevin Jr. They finally, went to see Kevin Jr. because they didn't take him go-kart racing. Anyway, so um, Tawanda and Sean show up first, right? Then Mr. Braxton, the dad, the senior, um, he show up next. Conveniently, Tawanda go to the bathroom. Well, basically, production told Tawanda to go to the bathroom. So Mr. Braxton and Sean can talk about your hand in marriage. That was convenient. That was all convenient. Y'all put that together fairly well. Because we all knew that. We knew it was convenient. So you go to the bathroom, and then they sit and they talk about your hand in marriage. And he said it's going to be soon. So it's probably going to be somewhere in these episodes. Who cares? So, so anyway, and then when Tawanda come back, she said, "Look who I found." So it was Vaughn and Trina, and then Kevin Jr. come in right behind them. Come on, y'all. Come on. How it should have been is that Vaughn and Trina and Sean and Tawanda was there together. Okay. Well, all of a sudden, look who I found, because they were sitting at the bar waiting on their cue to come in. Anyway, so then Mikey, they need to quit calling him Mikey, but Michael Jr., the brother, and oh no, it's Michael and Michael Jr. They come in. Michael is the brother. That's the brother, and Michael Jr. That's his son, and he came with his spouse. I ain't catch her name, and baby Enzo. I remember the baby name because I always remember baby's name. I didn't care about no adults, but yeah, baby Enzo, and so they sit down for dinner and everything like that, and so um the the dad said um uh, he was talking to Kevin Jr. He was like, your mama used to call me every day and just saying that she loved me and giving me like some kind of stupid stupid something. He said, and he'll laugh, and then he don't think anything of it. And he said, I miss that. I said, I can understand that. I miss that. So Michael Jr. asked, he said, what can we do for you as a family? And Kevin Jr. was like, well, he don't know. He said, but if I'm reaching out to you, then it's an emergency. And Trina was like, well, we don't want you to reach out to us just when it's an emergency. We want you to reach out to us anytime you want to talk and stuff. And he was like, well, I'm a man. As Kevin Jr. said, I'm a man, and I got to figure this out on my own. And he said, if I come to you with all my hardships, where does that lead me? And I can totally understand that, Kevin. But come here, baby, come here. I feel for you because I have a son too, so I feel for you. for losing your mama. You need to, you know, lean on your family as much as you can. Because nobody's going to replace your mama. Nobody's going to replace your mama. And because you and your dad's having hardships, that's just as terrible. But lean on your family as much as you can. Because you going to need them. And you going through a divorce too, you going to need them. Where's your baby at? I would love on that poor little baby. Yeah, I would love on that baby. Mm-mm-mm. Anyway, so Mr. Braxton asked, well, what's going on with your father? Kevin Jr. was like, you know, she put in place for me to handle a lot of the arrangements. And he said the confusion came is that his dad thinks that she wasn't in her right mind when she did these arrangements. And Trina gets emotional because apparently Trina was there when she was doing this arrangement. But she gets emotional, you know. And so she gets emotional for Kevin Jr. She said that's what she wanted. She wanted you to be in charge of everything. She said she didn't even put us in charge of anything. She put all of this on you. So, and Kevin Jr., said that my dad is thinking about himself and not thinking about himself. And he was like, well, what about me? I miss my mom. And I understand that too. This is a continuation of the Braxton family values. Um, anyway, Kevin Jr. Said that his dad is not thinking about him. He's thinking about only himself, and he said he misses his mom. So that was that on the dinner. Tamar, then go to Tamar. Flash on Tamar. She's exercising that 9 rounds or something like that. Um, and she says she exercising because she fat. That's her words, not me. And she's exercising with some assistant or something. And she wants you guys to know that she's putting out an album and a book. Moving on, Trina takes Kevin Jr. to see the attorney, and they handle Traci's will. And Kevin Jr. states that his father said he was blindsided. Why did she leave everything in your hands? And his dad is saying that she wasn't in her right mind. An attorney said, we recorded every conversation that me and your mom had, and she was in her right mind. She cooked me oxtails. So, yeah. So, she and uh, the attorney said that she wanted to control her estate, her likeness, her brand, and her image. So, uh, so Kevin Jr., he was like, so I guess that's the reason why Kevin Sr. had the funeral and live streamed it on internet and stuff like that, probably so he can get some money up, because apparently Traci left everything to her son. so yeah. So I don't know what their relationship was um, towards the end of their, marriage or whatever. But she didn't leave anything to you. She left all. She left it all to her son. I mean, it is what it is. You know. I'm quite sure you can find. Sorry, my mic. It's not. But anyway, I'm quite sure you can find some woman in the DMV. You know, I'm quite sure there's plenty of women in the DMV that will, want a relationship. So I'm quite sure you will not be hurting for any kind of relationships in the DMV. But she left all her estate, her Braxton family values estate to her son. And Kevin Jr. says, I was born in this family. You married into this family. Boom. So Tawanda and Sean came over to get the gossip on, the Kevin Jr. and the attorney. And then Trina said that today the production wanted Kevin Sr., Kevin Jr., and their dad to sit down. But Trina put a stop to this, and so Tawanda called, was like, OG, why y'all want Kevin Sr. to film with Kevin Jr. and my dad? That'll never be. Never. So that's where it ended. So yeah. So like I said, like, share, and subscribe. I had some technical difficulties. That's why I had to get this part in. But I thank you for watching. This is Miss Yellow Diva, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.